I remember Super Soakers, our trampoline, playing with the neighbor kids. What a happy scene! Super Nintendo and Game Boy when we had to be inside because of reasons we couldn't have foreseen. We even caught frogs and once a salamander in our window wells. It's funny because now they seem empty and long abandoned. Or we don't check anymore to see if they're still there. Oh well. And we used to get treats from the ice cream truck we called the Ding Ding Man for the bell that would ring or the song that would spring from that. Freeze pops, we called them freezies, in the plastic sleeves. We got so high off the sugar it was maddening. Our bikes we had to wheel, those were the days. I wouldn't be here today if the old days didn't shape my ways. Cause back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but sometimes I think about how things have been back then. I went to Goodwin Elementary. I was the chunky kid that seemed like hell for me. Hot lunch I used to love, but it was junk. But most days my dear mama, she would pack a lunch. Recess, we would scatter and have some fun. It wouldn't last too long, but we would laugh and run. When we got older, it was the teen center, sports, arcade games, and greasy pizza, and a movie in front the seats that we'd be on. I couldn't sit for too long. I guess the movie was stupid, or I just wanted to shoot some pool more, cause those were the days. I wouldn't be here today if the old days didn't shape my ways. Cause back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore, but sometimes I sit and think how things had been back then. That sure was the life, but we didn't know it. I didn't know much of poor folks, they didn't show it. We had family vacations, that was bourgeois, because it takes money and time off from the time clock. When we would go to church, I didn't know then that it would shape my moral stance and the whole thing. How was I to know some songs in Sunday school would be so fundamental for a gestational spirit? I guess I took it more serious than the other children, or made the most out of all those lessons, or maybe both things. Cause here I am, after all, reminiscing. But all I know is it made a mark, and I'm grateful for that. And you know what? Life's as good as it was then, so I'll go on and see where the road bends and where it ends. Damn, here we go again. Everything I got made me everything I am. Damn. 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 Common rapped on a beat, I made myself a fan. Now everything I got made me everything I am. Damn.